has to be connected to the positive pole and something has to be connected to the negative pole to complete the circuit and get the recording from the electrocardiographic machine. So each lead has got what is to be connected to the positive pole and what is to be connected to the negative pole. So you have to remember all the 12 leads. Although you are not going to do this while you are recording the ECG. When you put the switch from L1 to L2, the machine automatically converts one arm into positive, another arm into negative. But you must know when you are recording L2, what axis you are recording, L3, what axis you are recording, and so on. So that's why the understanding is very, very important. So please remember, throughout this course, you can switch off the slide. Throughout this course, whatever on this slide, on this side of the slide is right, whatever that side of the slide is left. Please remember, it is as if you are looking a patient in front of you. It is not your right and left, it is in this side of the slide is right and that side of the slide is left. Now there are four important purposes why we must know about the electrical axis or the ECG leads. One is, I told you, the purpose of electrocardiogram is to make sure that I have to see all my cardiac muscle cells to see whether they are repolarizing and depolarizing normally. So I must have a system by which I can look at the various surfaces of the heart. So that's why we have developed the lead system to look at the various surfaces of the heart. Second, I told you about the vector, the net cardiac impulse. So you must know in which direction the net cardiac impulse is traveling. For this also you must know about the leads. And when the patient comes to acute chest pain and ST elevation, you must also know which coronary artery is obstructed at this point in time. So to localize which coronary artery is obstructed also, we must know about the lead systems. And the heart inside the thorax can be vertical, horizontal or intermediate. So to know the position of the heart inside the thorax also, you must know about the lead system. But in this chapter or in this lecture, we are going to see only two important purposes of these leads. One is to look at various surfaces of the heart to localize coronary heart disease. Light and it. So before that you must know what is the difference between a lead and an electrode. Lead and electrode are not same. Electrode is a physical object. So electrode is a metal plate you are applying on the patient's skin to get the electrical activity from the patient's body. So that is called the electrode. The metal plates you are applying on the limbs, the chest bulbs you are placing on the patient's chest are called the electrodes. You can see that these are the metal plates here and see that's the chest bulbs here. So these are called electrodes. So electrodes are physical objects. They are metal plates. So you must always I used to wonder, if my heart is in the thorax, why should you connect metal plates in the lower limbs and the upper limbs? You do not place a transducer in the lower limb to get the image of a liver. Where the organ is, you put the transducer. But your heart is in the thorax. Why should you connect your electrode in the lower limbs, upper limbs, and it becomes a laborious process of recording an electrocardiogram? This is because the heart's electricity is traveling all over the body. The sinus node electrical activity is not confined to the heart. The body fluids and blood takes these electrical charges throughout the body. So that's why we are trying to look up from below, from the lower limb leads. We want to know what is happening to the inferior surface of the heart. Through the limbs, upper limbs, we look at what is happening to the medial surface of the heart, lateral surface of the heart, and so on. So that's why we utilize this property of the heart's electricity is being conducted all over the body to connect the electrodes in the upper limb and in the lower limbs